What would be your recommendation for different meeting or different people in the community talking about what's tried to be talked about today?
Yeah, you need. There was everybody had a valid point of view. Some people knew what they were going to say, and they stuck to their guns. They didn't be in the moment. They weren't in the present. They didn't deal with this present. They kept saying, "Well, we've already made these arrangements, and I can't change my mind." So the way that it's done, where I come from, is we sit in a circle. We have the elders. We have the young people. We have the ones who have issues they want to discuss, and we sit around and we present those. The elders get to the platform for the discussion of what's going to be said and what attitudes and amplifications and so forth that is going to be said. There's a fire. You've got to have fire present. You've got to be outdoors. You've got to have the weather all around you. You've got to have some animals present so that you're conscious of their input as well. This is just a two-legged discussion.
Are you willing to conduct some sort of a similar type of experience for those that might be interested in seeing what that might be like?
Well, I would be happy to assist anybody in preparing such a council. No one really conducts it, but I would be happy to assist someone in the format of what that looks like, because it's a free and open conversation and it addresses real issues. And you can't, in my mind, you can't really, in my heart, you can't really discuss the real issues without the dynamics of all life. And I mean, you think all these beautiful birds that are flying through that woods, you don't have input. Anything that might be living in that, any life forms that might be living in that stream, any life forms that might be crawling and walking and moving upon the earth that have. So we're concerned that we don't have. They said we've been out of the loop. We think we're out of the loop.
I think it's a totally different approach to a governmental meeting.
Well, it's for it to be real, for it to be honorable, and for it to be reverent for all the things we're talking about. Those life forms would have to be present in some capacity, or even if they just sit a representative.
I understand.
They have to be there, because even if they can't speak our language, we feel them. People feel. We feel each other. We know. I think that's how it has to be done. But when I say this, some kind of look at me like the RCA dog when I talk like this, but that's what I feel has to be done for the right attitude to be taken about what it is we're talking about. We're talking about life,
Have you have a request, or has anyone within any level of government anywhere, let's say in the state of Georgia, I want to go all across the world because I know you've been in a lot of different cultures, have been receptive to the idea of maybe like a retreat or something that would come close to what you're talking about?
From the government? Yes. There's a couple of government organizations. The CDC has been receptive to this. They have a very large indigenous employee network. There's a very unusual, extraordinary government organization, Center for Disease Control. And then the other one is the Department of Labor. I've worked with the Department of Labor before in a similar kind of a thing, when there's so many lawsuits against them for sexual harassment and racism, in the job place. And I've worked a lot with counseling in these ways about these issues. The Department of Labor and the CDC, yeah.
I know, very great. Thank you very much, Tom, for being with us tonight. I appreciate everything that you bring to the table.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you as well. I appreciate you as well. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Dave, I just want to say that you're a member of the formed Three Forks Heritage Alliance that's primarily of the Heritage area. And you have to be able to ask several questions tonight, which represent different views that the other members will consider in terms of your questions. And if you would start just on the question asked and how you felt about just provided.
number of my concerns I'll try to address. One concern is, do they need to use either boardwalk or concrete? Can they not use more natural materials that are already there? The response I got was apparently no, because road bikes travel on this for some reason. So I didn't find that very satisfactory. I also repeatedly asked about the number of trees that would be cut down. I was told that there would be a tree survey, and when I finally found the young man who supposedly had that information, I was told that a tree survey had not been done because it was not yet required. So the concerns of those of us who really aren't against having nice natural trails in the area, but are concerned about the destruction of trees, those sorts of questions weren't answered to our satisfaction, I believe.
With your participation in the Three Forks Heritage Events, could you say about the organization? I know you're here as a spokesperson for the organization, and what you feel the organization is having an impact on, or would it have an impact on?
Well, I think we're just people, neighbors, who live on either side of Peachtree Creek, and will certainly be fairly directly affected by the current plans. We're also people who share a real love of the South Peachtree Creek basin, old growth forest that's there, and we want to see absolutely minimal destruction of trees and wildlife there. We would like to see a more environmentally sensitive, less road bike oriented project put in there. We are not anti nice nature trail. We love the trails that are there now, and to the extent that they can be reasonably improved, we would be very happy with. A deeper concern is the fact that they are going to do this construction apparently on a road to nowhere. They will not be able to have access across the CSX tracks. There is currently an outstanding legal action about the eminent domain, which we have no idea when, if ever, that will be satisfactorily resolved. And so the entrance to the area, in addition to the exit, are unclear. And so it's deeply puzzling that they're going to go ahead with this destruction of trees, laying of concrete, pouring of footers for a boardwalk on a half-mile or so stretch of a road that does not have adequate access or egress.
I know that recently sent correspondence with Commissioner Rader as well as and did not provide an opportunity for those correspondents to read or discuss in a manner. We would feel to take the opportunity to the public about the commitment to was
Well, the letter basically asked for a private meeting with Commissioner Rader by the Three Forks Heritage Alliance and more clearly state our concerns and in a constructive context. With questions about whether the Path Foundation really is driving this or whether the county is really the driver's seat. It's not clear to us. We're not clear on how this process was. Path Foundation was ultimately chosen for this. Problems the Path Foundation has had in other communities in Atlanta are fairly well documented in newspaper reports over the last 11 or 12 years, and there are concerns we have with a lack of open and straightforward communication with neighborhoods that will be directly affected. We're a little puzzled. Commissioner Rader doesn't appear to be aware of that history, and there just seems to be a fairly cavalier attitude by the leadership of the county and by the leadership of PATH about many of the concerns that have been voiced about the environmental degradation that's likely to take place if the current project, F Road, is in fact implemented.